Hey, this is Mr. Kapler. I'm just going to go through how to model your simple parts here for lesson 1A. So real quick, we'll just take a look at this first part. Alright, in Inventor, all we're going to do is we're just going to start a brand new part. We want to look at the orientation of the part that we want to create, and we want to kind of correspond that to our axes and our planes that we're going to look at the object from. Okay, so we're going to click on Start 2D Sketch. What we want to do is think about what profile is going to be used to generate that part. So if I look at this, the front view best corresponds with the front view over here, alright, and the side of the part that has the most features and information to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this XY plane here, which is ultimately the front view, and that is where we're going to draw our profile. So we're going to now use line drawing tools. And I'm going to start right at the origin. I'm going to start to shape out or create that L that's going to be extruded back to create this part. So if I start right here at the origin, I'm just going to go ahead and hover my cursor and drag it straight up. We know that it's going to be a vertical line because we see a little vertical constraint next to it there on the right. I'm just going to punch in a 3. That's going to create a line that is exactly 3 inches long. Alright, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hover my cursor just out to the right now, and I'm looking for that little inference there where I'm creating a perpendicular relationship to the line that I already drew. So that's going to be a 90-degree relationship. I'm going to pop a number 1 in, and that's going to create a 1-inch long line. So that represents this line right across the top of the part. Now if I pull a line straight back down, alright, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and put this like loosely in place. I'm going to put another line out here off to the right. We'll come straight back down to the ground line and then meet all the way back up in the origin point. So there are a couple of places where I didn't put the dimensions on, and that was just because those dimensions, I could have done some simple math, but we'll just go ahead and we'll add those dimensions back on later because that's pretty realistic to how you might work when you're actually drawing something a little bit more complex. Alright, so to put a dimension on, you simply have to just select the line, drag it out, place the dimension, and then you can enter the value. When all of the lines are black, alright, you know that the entire dimension, or the sketch, or the profile, we should say, is completely constrained. So there are enough dimensions, alright, and relationships between each of the lines that we created as we were working with the project, alright, that geometry can't be moved around, alright, it can no longer be moved. So we have everything locked into the origin. It's perpendicular or horizontal or vertical. Alright, and then we have those dimensions that kind of control how big each of the lines are. When we're done, we're going to click the little green check mark to finish the sketch. Alright, and basically we have a 2D sketch now. Alright, each of these lines is a single segment line, and as we trace around, they're all connected at the endpoints. And when we end up, they finish right back where we started. So we're in good shape now to go ahead and create an extruded part using this profile. So I'm going to click the extrusion tool. I'm going to go ahead and just enter the 1-inch value. We're assuming that this is going to be 1 inch. Alright, and there's my L-shaped piece. So if I look at it from the home button, it should be the exact same thing that I see there. You can go ahead and you can put a color on it. I'm going to make mine blue just like the part that I have. We'll do a clear, maybe not a clear blue. Let's just see if we have another blue here. I'll go blue wall. There we go. And that looks pretty good. Alright, when I'm done, I'm going to save my part. Alright, I want to keep everything in my documents folder, inside of a CAD folder, inside of a puzzle folder. And we want to name our parts respectively as to what they are. So this is going to be L shape part. Okay, and you can go ahead and you can save that up. And that is how you make those simple parts. Now go ahead and try a square, a rectangle, the L small block, and the T block. And it's all the same exact procedure. You're just looking at slightly different dimensions.